Uh-oh, do I have a holster that it'll fit? And are there any holsters available on the market? As soon as I knew I had the Xds9 Osp on its way with the Optic mounted on it, I immediately started to think, that's a carry gun. I'm going to need to carry it as part of my evaluation of the gun. Where am I going to find a holster for it? So I went and took a look at what Blade Tech had available, and sure enough, in their KLIPT product line, they have the XDS Mod 2 covered, and guess what? It works perfectly with the Optic mounted OSP. I'll spare you the lectures about how you should properly train and do everything in dry fire and all of those safe things, because we all know that that's the case, right? So again, I'll spare you that lecture, but I will say this: you can go right from the box with your new gun to this clipped holster, and it is ready for concealed carry. And as you may remember from before, one of my gripes about having an Optics mounted handgun for concealed carry is accessorizing properly, being able to find the holster that you can properly carry it in, and being able to carry it as comfortably as you would a gun without an Optic. And I'm happy to say I've been carrying it all day in this clipped holster, and it is perfectly comfortable. I can't even tell that it's a gun with an Optic on it. Not only is it an injection molded holster with a perfect fit to this handgun, one of the things I like about this clipped holster are the very high side wings. One is an inside like sweat protector, and the other is a mirror image of that on the outside that helps protect the side of your slide and also the side of your Optic, which is a very nice bonus. The holster is also very good for reholstering with just one hand very safely. And with this new feature that they're putting on these clipped holsters, the retention in the belt and the tightness to your body is superior to everything else I've ever used. Let's take a closer look at that. Okay, here's a closer look at this Blade Tech holster. Blade Tech calls this the ultimate clipped holster. The reason it's ultimate is they've added this little piece right here, and the idea behind this is that it's going to draw the gun closer to your body for concealed carry. Basically, it forces your belt into a serpentine configuration, has to wind itself around this protrusion, for lack of a better word, before it goes through the clip. Now, when I first got this holster, I found that to be a little bit difficult. It takes a little bit more effort to get this initially into your waistband and around your belt, as you can imagine. But once you do, it does really draw the gun tight to your body. It really sort of forces this part of the gun that usually sticks out like this, forces it up into your body very nicely. So I've worn it for an entire day, and it was very comfortable. It didn't bother me in any way at all. It didn't affect my normal carry position, which is important. And also, since you can remove that piece, Blade Tech provides you with a second one, and that is for left-handed use. So you simply take these screws out and move the clip over to this side and put this underneath it for left-handed use. So this is a fully ambidextrous holster. It is injection molded. It's not a Kydex material. It is an injection molded material, sort of a clamshell type of design held together by these screws. It's pretty much Blade Tech's bread and butter, and it's a design that I like, and it's an inexpensive design for them to make, and therefore an inexpensive design for us to buy. I don't know about you guys, but right about now it's nice to have something that is high quality and inexpensive. You have a full sweat guard on both sides, and of course the reason is this is an ambidextrous holster, and it wouldn't be very ambidextrous if you only had a sweat guard on one side. So you have a sweat guard on both sides. But what I found as a sort of an unplanned advantage to this was that it really rides up high enough that it helps to protect your Optic. So it certainly protects where the Optic joins the slide and then some. So it's excellent. And because it is a relatively pliable injection molded material, it bends very easily to accommodate the slight extra width of the optic. So you can see that it's a cinch getting it in there. It takes no additional effort whatsoever. It simply just pushes that sweat guard tab out of the way a little bit. So it was a big plus that it's not only a beautiful fit for the Xds9, but it's also a beautiful fit for the Xds9 Osp with the optic mounted on it. Huge plus. So there you go. If you're looking at the Springfield Armory Xds9 Mod 2 OSP with an optic as your next carry gun, and by the way, that is a good one to look at for your next carry gun, but you're worried about a holster, well, Blade Tech has you covered.